Bring the following items to a relaxing place near a power outlet: your foot bath system and accessories, a comfortable chair, and a table to set your machine on, much like these. A tub and liners with a towel should also be brought to the area where you will have your foot bath done. The HEALTHandMED rolled liners go on the white tub as shown here. The HEALTHandMED flat fitted liners are put on from the side as shown here. If you have a clear rectangular tub, liners go on the tub as shown here. Fill your tub basin with about 4 or 5 inches of water. You can use tap water, filtered, or distilled water. The array should have all of its metal coils covered with water for best results. Look at the rear of the foot bath unit. There's a switch that toggles between 110 and 120 volts or 115 and 230 volts. If you're outside the US, Canada, or Mexico, please check online to see which voltage you use in your country. If the switch is not in the right position for your country, then use a lever such as a small flat-headed screwdriver to flip the switch. Be sure never to run the machine at 110 or 115 volts if you're in a country that uses 220 or 230 volts. It will destroy the unit. Position the foot bath unit support by grabbing where the support connects to the unit on both sides and pulled outward and away from the unit. This allows the support to rotate into the upright position. Plug the power cord into the power outlet and at the rear of the foot bath system. Plug the wrist strap into the hole that is closest to the fan. Decide which wrist to put the wrist strap on and remove any metal watch or jewelry from that area. Open the wristband clamp. For the best connection, place a small amount of water, aloe vera gel, or other conductive lotion on the rectangular metal wrist strap electrode. Place the wristband around the wrist. Pull the band tight so that the metal electrode contacts the inside of the wrist, and then close the wristband clamp. The infrared belt is usually used for pain relief and muscle relaxation. You can use the belt during a session, by itself, or simply not at all. If the belt is to be used, decide where to place it. The yellow corduroy material is usually placed over the waist, but it also may be used on a leg, arm, shoulder, or back. Warning: do not use it near the heart or place it vertically along the spine, but it may go across the spine. It may be used directly on the skin or over the clothes. Wrap the fur belt around the body using the velcro fasteners to secure it in place. The extra black velcro extender may be added to lengthen the belt so that it will go around the waist of larger users. Warning: never heat the belt while it is folded. This can cause overheating and cause damage to the belt. Plug the fur belt into the rear of the unit. Never unplug the belt while the unit is still powered on. Always make sure to fully power off the unit before plugging in or unplugging the infrared belt. Plug the array into the front of the foot bath system and place it in the water. Flip the power switch in the rear of the foot bath unit. After you flip the switch, the display will light up and you will hear the fan turn on. Place your feet in the water. The foot bath system will not operate without the feet. If the infrared belt is to be used, press the on-off button located at the top of the unit. This will cause the L to light up red. This means that the fur belt is set to low intensity. Press the mode button to change between low, medium, and high intensity. Most detox sessions last 30 minutes. If less time is needed, then the minus button may be used to change the time to anywhere between 10 and 30 minutes. If you press the escape button during the session, the timer resets to 30. The length of time remaining in the session may also be changed in the middle of the session by pressing the plus button. Press the ENT button to begin the detox session. Add a tiny amount of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon or 1/2 milliliter, away from where the array is and move your feet around a little to dissolve the salt. Do not add too much salt. If you do, the alarm will sound and your unit will not work. If the alarm sounds even when you add no salt, this is commonly caused by high salt content in the tap water. Try using different water. Aim for a current output of E equals 1.3 to 1.7. If the E stays lower, then add a very small amount of salt, such as 1/16 teaspoon or 1/4 milliliter at a time, and monitor the E for a minute. It is normal for the E, or amperage, to go up and down by 0.1 or 0.2, as shown here. If necessary, add 1/16 teaspoon of salt until you raise the E or amperage level between 1.3 and 1.7. Add the salt in 1-minute intervals so that you do not overamp the machine. This is a time lapse of a typical 30-minute foot detox session. Your foot detox session should look similar to the one shown here. Once you are done with the session, wipe and/or rinse off your feet. Turn off your machine once you are finished with your session. Total session time and time log. To examine the total sessions and time log, press 1 and enter on the keypad simultaneously while also turning on the power switch at the back of the unit. The top line shows the total operating time in minutes, and the bottom line shows the total number of times the machine has been used for 10 minutes or more. To erase the total sessions and time log, press 2 and enter on the keypad simultaneously while also turning on the power switch. The screen will say Clear Contents. Then enter the password. The default password is 666666. Then press Enter on the keypad. If the password is correct, the screen will say Process OK and minutes equals 0000. Press Escape to return to the main menu. To create a new password, press 3 and enter on the keypad simultaneously while also turning on the power switch. The screen will say Change Password. First, input the current password, then press Enter. If the password was correct, the screen will say New Pass. Now enter the new password and be sure to write it down. Then press Enter. Press Escape to return to the main menu.